Hello, my budgeting friends. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for returning if you've been here before, and thank you for joining if you're new here. I do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and spend with me. I appreciate it. I'm T, and this is T Saves More. I'm a separated mom of one and have been budgeting for a while, a couple years off and on, more off than on. I have yet to find my sweet spot on what works and what doesn't. However, I have noticed that since I've been more consistent, not like I want to, but I have been a little more consistent, that I have always had enough saved to save the day on whatever the emergency was at that time. And for that, I am happy and thankful. Today, we will be saving in my weekly savings challenge. And we have the usual 20. My usual 20. And I do know that I need to add some more to my freebies. Because last week, I didn't do a video on it, but last week I did have a few extra dollars, and I just went ahead and went in my freebies. Actually, I looked through my freebies and my weekly savings, and I tried to see whichever ones were close to being complete. Like if it was like $5 or $6, then those I did complete. So I just need to add some more to my freebies binder. I, of course, get that done before my next freebie video. And with that being said, how is everyone doing? How was your week? I'm recording this on Thursday and tomorrow's Friday. Thank God it is Friday. This has been a long week. Yeah, it's been a long week. But hey, I am glad every chance I get to wake and see another day. I took my mom to the eye doctor yesterday, and she's a diabetic. So when I called to see how much that exam would be, that was going to be $130. It was between $135 and $185. I don't know where the $50 difference came from, but when I got there, it ended up being $65. I'm so happy for that. But I know for next year what I need to save up for and start putting that to the side. So I'm going to start doing that. I do need to go back through my budget and redo some things, because some things have been added. More like added. I haven't subtracted anything. So we have 3 just here. Some of these have been in here for the longest, and I'm ready for them to be complete so that I can move on, put them to the side and move on. Because when I see them, I feel like I have not made progress. And maybe I'm just, my patience is not the best sometimes. Something else that happened this week. Found out that a classmate of mine passed, and that when I hear that classmates pass and I'm not even 50 yet, it makes me feel, I don't know. It makes me feel like I need to just get everything in order and make sure that I'm doing everything that I possibly can to make sure that I'm here for my daughter. Today, my daughter had, first, my great niece had her prom send off, and she looked so beautiful. We almost missed her because they were renting the room from her from my niece's apartment complex, and the time that they had was till 5 o'clock, and we got there like 20 minutes to 5, and they were being put out. But I did get a chance to see her and take a picture with her, so I was happy about that. And then my daughter had her band concert at school this evening, which That was not bad. They do not get a grade unless they participate through every song. They only did 2 songs this time for the spring concert. They did, I think, 3 for the winter concert. So they have to stay the whole time and support the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in order to get the grade for the year. So we did that. I wanted to sneak out. I know, I'm bad. I wanted to sneak out, and my daughter said, "No, we can't leave. I need all my grade." Okay, we will stay, ma'am. Considering I decided to sit down front where the students were sitting when they switched out, and her teacher was right there, so she would have noticed if we had left. Then I got one more $1.06. Oh, no, I got $2 left. It was something else I was going to say, and I do not remember. Oh, my memory is just amazing sometimes. Oh, I think I know what it was. So, I was going to have a long term and a short term. So this was going to be my short, and this was going to be my long, or vice versa. I did have these envelopes made up. These were originally going to be just in my daughter's binder. I was going to have one for her, one for myself, and one for my mother. However, I decided that I'm just going to have a short term and a long term. So I have these 2, short and long. And then I'm still going to have my weekly $20 binder, and then I'm going to have my freebies. And once I get to completing each challenge, I have to decide how I'm going to allocate them. Now this one I added because I have some scratch offs, but I'm kind of scared to do scratch offs because I just feel like I'm not gonna come out ahead, and I don't know where I did my little scratcher. So we're gonna use this, and depending on, I was trying to decide how I was gonna do this, but because I only have $1, it doesn't really matter. I'll just scratch, and whatever I come up with for this one, is that a 9? Oh, that's a 4. Okay. I was looking at this little part. Okay, this is a 4. So, one of 2 things will happen. Next time I do my weekly, I'll either take from that 20 and add it in here to make up the difference for the 4, or I'll just take it from somewhere else before I stuff something else and put it in here. I don't have any IOUs, so I have to rely on my memory, huh? Well, yeah, I guess I gotta rely on my memory. Well, when I count it up and I see that I'm short, I'll know why. And then for 2, we only have $1, so I can't do anything with that one. See, I'm still on Easter. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I have had for so long, and I think I ended up starting it over. I know I started it over. I don't know when. When I had to start over. That's when I started it over. And I feel like I've had it for so long that I'm ready to give other challenges a chance and then come back to this one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 4, 10, 15, 19, 16, 18, So I can do 2 and where's my red? I guess I could have used pink. Any plans for the weekend? So I have been, oh, that's what it was. That's what made the week longer. Yesterday, what was yesterday? Wednesday. Okay, so Tuesday, probably like halfway through my work day, me and my coworkers were informed that we had to do overtime, mandatory overtime of 8 hours by Friday. This is in the middle of our shift, so I don't know how that was supposed to work. And we were just supposed to notify our supervisor if we weren't able to do it. But yet, the next day we received another message saying that it was mandatory. So I just let my supervisor know I can do as much as I can. I won't do the 8 because I worked half a day yesterday because I took my mom to the eye doctor. But I did end up working a couple hours. Still, didn't do anything today because I knew I would be running crazy. And then tomorrow I have a viewing, so I might be able to do an hour once I pick the kid up from school and get home, because we can only work from 6 to 6 and I work at 6. So we shall see. But I do plan on, because they're offering overtime, I do plan on working overtime this weekend. The only thing about the weekend is that the system does not come up at 6 o'clock like it should. So they tell us if you log on and it's like after a few minutes, if it's not coming up, then try back later. I don't want to try back later. I want it to come up then. But I know I can't start at 6 o'clock. Sorry for the glare if it's one. I know I can't start at 6 o'clock on Saturday. So I will wait until maybe 7 or even 8. And if push come to shove, I'll just do it in the afternoon, because they can do it up to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then that money that I get, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That money that I get, I'm going to put that towards, I'm saying this now and then I might think about it and change it. I'm going to put that towards emergency fund. Did I have 5? Yeah. So that's my goal. I feel like every time I write something down on how I want to do something, whether it's my goals or just intentions on where I want to allocate my saved funds, I end up switching it because I start thinking about other ways that I can do it and just other ways that may be more, I guess, productive for me. But then again, I guess I'm going to have to try different things to see what works for me and keep trying until I get it right, or until I get what's best for me down. So we shall see how that goes. And it was something else I was going to say, but I don't remember. It is getting late, so my mind just kind of shuts down, I guess. Oh, well, this wasn't what I was going to say, but I thought this was so cute. I found this at the Dollar Tree and wasn't looking for anything, but this I thought was so cute to give me that little encouragement or a little motivation when I look at it. I just thought this was nice. We all need some encouragement and motivation every now and then, and some of us need it daily. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your time off if you're off. And if you have to work, enjoy your time when you're not at work. Relax, do whatever makes you happy. Until next time, bye.